commit fraud, whether it's due to the date sensitivity of the documents. And by the way, I know the lender says they have to sign on Wednesday, but they're real busy on Wednesday, so can you have them come in and sign on Tuesday and then put the date on the documents on Wednesday? Not acceptable. One of the things that he's challenged with is making sure that who you're working with is who you're working with. Are they husband and wife, or did her husband die 3 years ago and that's the boyfriend that's sitting there? I've had people come in and claim to be the seller, and here's a photocopy of my driver's license. Does that look legit to you? Can I go ahead and sign the documents? Backdating notaries. What other? We've got a squatter on one right now that filed his own lien, and he went and he had his daughter witness it, and his wife notarized it, and he took it to the clerk and recorded it, and said that we can't sell it unless we pay him $30,000 because he's been there leasing this property from the seller, but he thinks he's entitled to $30,000 for his time on the property and providing a greenbelt to it.
Good luck with that. Listen, from a title company perspective, it's all on me. At the very end, if the title company isn't any good, the people I could have done a great job, and then all of a sudden we get to the title company and we have a glitch and we have to wait for 3 or 4 hours. Don't you like those when somebody makes you sit in their office for 3 or 4 hours while they're trying to figure out a closing?
Haven't you had a buyer had a homeowners association come after him after the fact?
Okay, here we go. This is the worst. I had a buyer, Chinese person that I know that owns some restaurants, wants me to buy him a townhome so he can put some of his employees to live there. And he says, Rich, the last thing I want to hear about is somebody coming back and saying that I owe him money after I bought the house. I'm like, no, that's the title company's responsibility to do that. Sure enough, what happened, the one thing that this guy didn't want to happen, happened. After he took possession of the home, and by the way, she was not the title company because I was representing a buyer, so the seller, just so you guys know, is who chooses the title company. And he got a water bill for like $3,000 because the title company that we use was unfamiliar with this local neighborhood that had 2 HOAs, not 1, but 2, and they missed 1. Luckily, we were able to go back to the title company and basically lay it right there on their desk and say, you can take care of this bill. So you can imagine they didn't make any money on that job at all. So there are a lot of title issues. I know Mary helped me with one, and this is how all of us in this group help with real estate. I pulled the county record, and there's like 4 or 5 different people that show up as in the record. So what happened was, let's see, he had done his court work, but nobody ever filed the paperwork because, let's see, I think he had an ex-wife that nobody knew where she was from 20 years ago, and a brother that was incapacitated, and Mary had to sort that all out before I could list their home. Otherwise, when we get to the title company, we end up with a big nightmare. So,
well, and just to touch base a little bit on the importance of your title company and choosing a good title company. I currently have a staff of 4 people. There's 4 of us. I have my partner, I have an attorney, I have an assistant myself, I'm a licensed title insurance agent. Gabrielle, how much money goes through your bank on a daily basis?
Deposit dollars?
Yeah,
Depends on a given day, but
on average.
in a day, maybe 20,000.
Okay, well, I had a few million go through my account on Friday alone. Just a few million, that's only on Friday. So the amount of money and the amount of non-personal public information that I get from people is huge. So if you think about the hundreds of millions of dollars a day that are going through a title company, and I'm just a small company with 2 branches, okay? That's the importance of choosing a title company.